What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Legit Whiskey Reviews, and today I'll be reviewing Chattanooga Whiskey 111 Cask. So this is a straight bourbon whiskey, and this is a 4-grain high malt whiskey. This is yellow corn, malted rye, caramel malted barley, and honey malted barley. So obviously this is 111 proof. That's 55.5% ABV. And what's cool about this company is that they're super transparent with everything they do. So look, in the back of the bottle here, they have like the batch size, which is pretty small for a batch size. It's 6 to 10 barrels, and it's aged at least 2 years, so it is on the younger side, but that doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing if they do it right. So but yeah, and all the information you might need is in the back of the bottle, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, let's get into this. This is going to be super interesting. Retail on this is about anywhere between $45 and $50. All right, so for being 2 years old, the color on this it's not that light. You know, you'd think it'd be super light, being only 2 years old, but not at all. All right, let's go to the nose. So on the nose, the first thing that I do notice is that malt definitely does come through on the nose. You notice the malt. And right after that, I noticed the caramel. It's a deep, dark, rich caramel. And there's also a little bit of oak coming through, which is interesting. There's a lot of sweetness. I just can't pinpoint what kind of sweetness I'm smelling. I mean, there's caramel, there's the oak. Like I said, you definitely pick up the malt. It smells very sweet on the nose, but not like overly sweet or, you know, like off-putting, anything like that. It's just, I think it's just right. But yeah, as far as the nose, it's pretty, you know, it's not super complex, but what's there is really good. Smells good. And it doesn't smell super young to me, which is a plus. You know, being only 2 years old, I was thinking it was gonna be smelling kind of young, but yeah, it doesn't smell super young to me. But let's try it on the palate. Cheers. So everything that I smelled on the nose translated to the palate. The malt is coming through. It's like a sweet malt. There's a deep, rich caramel. A lot of sweetness. It's not fruity or anything like that. This stays more towards the caramel. I got that oak on the palate as well, and it was something I didn't pick up on the nose that I got a lot of on the palate. And it could be from the high proof, but I feel like it's more than that. It's the spice. There's a good amount of spice here. I feel like the finish, it kind of didn't stay long in the palate, but in the chest area, I feel like it's still lingering. So as far as the palate, it was like a medium finish. But what's here is pretty good. I'm not necessarily picking up anything super young on the palate, which is they did an amazing job on this, because yeah, I can't really pick up anything that's super young. But let's try it again. Yeah, more of the same. There's a little bit of tannic, like oak bitterness on the second sip, towards the back of the palate, and I think that's a little bit from the youthful notes in the whiskey. But that's the first time I actually pick it up in the nose and in the palate. I didn't really, you know, the first time I didn't pick up anything. So, but it's not like over the top, so it's not anything that'll you know, that's like turning me off to the whiskey. It's just, I noticed it, it's there. But yeah, this is really good. They did such an amazing job. They also do I think it's a 90 proof or a 91 proof, something like that. That's their lowest offering. This one, availability on this, I think it's spotty. In my area, I can't find this. I actually picked this up in another state, so it's not something that I think is super available everywhere, but it is available in a lot of states. It's just like, it just depends on the market. But yeah, certain places you don't see them. Some places I know a lot of people that can find these easily on the shelf, so it just depends where you're at. But let me try it again one more time. I feel like the more it sits in the glass here, the malt is starting to take over the nose, but still smells really good though. Yeah, I think like the malt and the oak is starting to take over. All right. Yeah, so I feel like it's not overly done on the sweetness, and this stays strictly on the like caramel, malt. There's a little bit of chocolate now coming through. Oak and spice side of things. This is not like by any means anything that's like fruity or overly sweet. I think as far as the sweetness is like right in the middle, but this does not lean towards the fruity side of things. This is more like darker, like I said, like caramel. I'm getting chocolate now. The oak and the spice. On the palate, I feel like the spice really stands out a lot. And I really like that. As you guys know, like, you know, I like whiskeys that where that spice lingers. It's just a note I really like, and I think it's really like coming through on the palate here. So like I said, $45 to $50, craft distillery, 2 years old, and not tasting like 2 years old. This is an amazing job. So as far as my final score, I'm gonna give it a B. It's solid. I can't imagine like with a few years what it's gonna taste like, because what I'm getting in the glass now, it's pretty damn good. So if you guys like my content, remember to smash that like button, remember to subscribe. You guys can catch me on Instagram at LegitWhiskeyReviews, and keep it legit and do it for the love of whiskey. Cheers.